Welcome to the special edition of Coach's Corner, where we preview the 2013 Allegheny Volleyball season. I'm Bryan Montgomery, and I'm joined today by the head coach of the Allegheny women's volleyball team, Bridget Sheehan. Coach, thank you for joining us today.
Sure.
And now, before we start on 2013, let's take one final look back at 2012. Not necessarily the season the Gators were hoping for, but a lot of potential emerged from that freshman class entering their current sophomore season. Just kind of take us through that.
Well, we were highly injured last year, so that really began the struggle because it happened very early for us in the season. And we had to look to a really talented group of freshmen, but not yet ready to go for the college game, which I think we struggled with during the season. I think, it gave us the results that we had. But tremendous group, and they're returning now, and they really know the game a lot better. So we're kind of excited about that.
And then the outside hitter position looks to definitely be a strength for the Gators, bringing back returners such as Bryn Hazard, Julia Weeks, Bailey Shepard to kind of be joined by a strong incoming contingent. Kind of what should Gator fans expect from the outside this year?
Well, hopefully more consistency. We are also bringing Taylor Samuels into that mix. She's got a great swing, big swing. So does Bailey and Julia and Bryn. So I think we can look to have that position get a higher percentage as far as attack percentage, and which will overall help the team. And again, returning such a young group that has a lot of experience on the court is going to help us with shot selection and knowing what they need to do to score.
Yeah, and then in that middle hitter blocker position, Sarah Swartz really came on last year and just took that position as her own, really doing a really strong year as the main blocker for the Gators. In that position this year, what should Gator fans expect from that spot?
Well, actually, not only was she the main blocker, but she was our highest effective hitter as well. Hitting about 18% last fall, but in this spring, we actually got into a Division II tournament, and she was hitting 39%. So she's upped her game tremendously. Again, all these returners that had a good spring season and really got a lot of good competition that we were able to see them, more conference-like games. And she really is really developing as a go-to middle offensively. So trying to add a lot more to the speed of that middle game, and which brings about the couple freshmen we have coming in, Bailey Gawley and Emily Adams. Both are in the process of learning that, what we're expecting from the college game from these two, and much faster. And they're getting it. We had a pretty good preseason camp, so they're developing, and hopefully can really have a big impact in this fall team.
And now, if Catherine Casanova impressed last season in inheriting that libero spot and really kind of taking it on as her own, looking at that depth in the libero and defensive specialist spot for the Gators, it starts with Kaz, who also has really started to come in and impress during the camp.
Yeah, again, Kaz has definitely upped her game. She's passing in much more consistently, and really bringing a lot of good reads to the position that she's in right now. Got a lot of good development in spring, and right now we're looking for her to just the anchor, the core of the defense. We are running more of our outside hitters as defenders, which so that core, which is Bailey, Shepard, Taylor, Samuels, and Julia Weeks, are actually coring our defense as well. So they're bringing a lot of great passing, hopefully more in system, and which will create a better offense for us. So.
Yeah, and then you mentioned passing. Justin Apparata returns as the primary setter for the Gators. What newcomers or returners will also help in that capacity?
Well, it's just for looking at Jess right now for a little bit. She did not get a lot of action her freshman year. She did in spring season. Again, I have to go back to that spring season where a lot of these kids who were injured were able to come back and do a lot of good things and get into the college game a little bit more. She definitely is returning as our starting setter. We're looking at running a much faster offense than we did last fall. She has the ability to do that. She has the ability to hold blockers, you know, with the training that she's doing. We are also looking at Stormy Hockenberry as the second setter for us right now. She's doing a tremendous job, working very hard at that position. She did play right side for us, got a lot of good experience, has great hands. Our third setter is probably going to be Julia Weeks. Great hands, good speed to the ball, gets under it well. So we're a little deeper, I think, as far as you know, working with hitters or setters that are really engaged in the process and wanting to do it, and also can play right side for us. So it's a good mix. It's a good mix for us. And again, looking at that talented sophomore group. So.
And then finally, Coach, just looking at the team as a whole, what would constitute a successful 2013 campaign?
Well, obviously to win more games than we did last year. And, you know, staying healthy, being engaged in the process, and just being a different team. You know, committing to what is going to make us better, what will make us more successful, and, you know, just doing all the details, you know, that we're supposed to do as a team and doing them right. That's basically will make us a better team.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us today, and best of luck to you for the upcoming season.
Thank you.
And Gator fans, be sure to keep it locked in at AlleghenyGators.com for all of your up-to-date Gators info.